Microsoft just unveiled a slew of new Surface devices at an event here in New York City, and we got a chance to check all of them out. Of these, the most interesting are the new Surface Laptop Studio and the Pro 8, but there are also updated versions of the Surface Go and some accessories. Let's start with the Surface Laptop Studio. This is Microsoft's new Surface Book replacement, basically. It is the tablet and laptop in one with very beefy components. In fact, this can go up to RTX 3050 Ti on the graphics side, and it's powered by 11th generation Intel's Core processors. But one of the most interesting distinctions here is the form factor. The Surface Book was always kind of a detachable tablet that could snap onto its keyboard base, and that design caused a lot of restrictions on the power of the machine. This time around, Microsoft's adopted a more easel style format that's very similar to the way you would pull a Surface Studio towards you, and that is Microsoft's big all-in-one for designers to use at their workstations. I was impressed with how thin this display is. This screen is just like a sliver. It's almost like a few pieces of paper stapled together, but it feels solid and with little flex, although the hinge is a little too easy to wobble. With this design though, you are able to use the Laptop Studio in a bunch of different ways. As a traditional laptop, pull it in front of the keyboard to use in so-called studio mode so that you can maybe draw on the screen at an angle. And then when you want, you can just flatten the whole setup down so that the screen's facing up on top of the keyboard, a la a tablet. The 14.4-inch screen here got a serious upgrade though. It has a 120Hz refresh rate. Add to that the new Slim Pen 2, which supports some haptic feedback that's supposed to imitate the resistance you would get on regular pen and paper. And you've got really a good setup for anyone serious about digital illustration. The base of the laptop also has a magnetic area for easy attachment of the Slim Pen 2. On the outside, the Surface Laptop Studio is also very impressive thanks to how thin and small it is. You've got ample room on the deck for a full-size keyboard and a roomy trackpad, which were all pretty responsive during our very brief time with it. Another device that got a really big facelift is the Surface Pro 8. Basically, think of this as the Intel version of the Surface Pro X that Microsoft already unveiled way earlier. The Pro X, if you recall, was a Snapdragon PC that was in the thinnest and lightest Surface tablet body we've ever seen. It was very impressive. What Microsoft has done with the Pro 8 is basically take the same design and make it an Intel-powered machine. Like the Laptop Studio, this has a 120Hz screen and supports the Slim Pen 2. And because it's using accessories from the Pro X, it also comes with the type cover that has a housing for the pen that will not only store it, but also charge it. Like the Pro X, this has very thin bezels around the display. In fact, if you compare it next to the new Surface Pro 7 Plus that Microsoft also unveiled today, you can see that bezels are noticeably thinner. There's also two USB-C ports here that you can not only use for charging in addition to Microsoft's own Surface connector, but they support USB 4 and Thunderbolt 4. With these, you're supposed to be able to push your content through to two 4K displays at once as well. Of course, this is all stuff that we'll have to test out once we get the Pro 8 into review, but based on just our early and very brief impressions, this does seem like a very thin and light device packing a ton of power. That's not all. There were a ton more Surface devices. I already mentioned the Surface Pro 7 Plus, which is a smaller update, but there's also the Surface Go 3, Microsoft's teeny tiny tablet that we love for its compact size and portability. One thing that stood out for me is Microsoft is introducing a new thing called the Surface Adaptive Kit. These are basically a set of stickers and labels that add tactile textures to keyboards or make colorful or high contrast labels for ports, for example, or with the tactile stickers, you can place them on top of keyboards to make them more identifiable by touch. For everything that we saw today, here's all the prices. The Surface Pro 8 will start at $1,100 in the US, and that comes with a Core i5 processor, 8 gigs of RAM, and 128 gigs of storage. Meanwhile, the Surface Laptop Studio will start at $1,600 with 16 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage, while the new Go 3 will start at $400. All of these devices Microsoft announced today are already available for pre-orders starting today, while most of them will be available for retail starting October 5th. Some of them will be available only a bit later in the year, and different regions have different dates, and so just check with your local retailers for all of that information. For now though, my overall impression of Microsoft Surface event is that the standout items are really the Duo 2, the Surface Laptop Studio, and the nice new Pro 8 design, but everything else feels kind of incremental. That's not a bad thing. Consistent improvements can bring about a very good product overall too. So to really see how they do in the real world, we'll need to really put them through some testing. For that coverage and more out of the world of consumer technology, make sure you subscribe to Engadget. And as always, thank you for watching.